A nation forged in resilience from the ashes of the 11 years brutal civil war through the shadows of Ebola, COVID-19, and the mudslide. Sierra Leone rises, but the journey is far from over. Governance strain. Youth demand more. Women demand more. 60% in poverty. But what if the solutions lie not in silence, but in dialogue? This is not another talk show. This is State of the Nation, where every voice feels change. From Freetown to Kono, we are turning debates into action. No script, no spin, just Sierra Leoneans rewriting their future together. So we bring you a movement not just to speak, but to be heard. Speak out. Hold power to account. This is your nation. This is your voice. This is State of the Nation. Only on Liberty TV on Facebook, YouTube, and on www.libertytvonline.com. Every month, the last Sunday, 7 to 9 p.m. Tune in. The nation is watching.
Hello, una where they watch me. This na quick message on the Mpox sick na salon where they come out from Liberty Online TV. As of today, the case dem na salon just they go up. For make sure so you not get this sick, National Public Health Agency don't say before wash we and all time avoid the push shaken and all, and not only a person we get the signs them of Mpox. And say, if you sabi anybody will get eye fever or rash and body, make him rush go na hospital one time. This message come to you from Liberty Online TV.
For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staff them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Aye, yeah, voices down. Credibility, now we ability. News, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We man them, girl picking, that's a get power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Man, them girl begin the secretary power. You call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like an eagle we fly. Liberty TV day before. Climb the mountain just to get the news. Go down the slums to get the views. Hi, yeah.
You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
country. Waiting are some of the financial implications them you go know inside the program as Lawyers Society, a group of lawyers them we also they serve as activists them don't ask government for provide evidence based on this then decision for create 3 new cities and 2 new districts. And that's what they can discuss inside the program this morning. Remember, say yourself for the watch we can add your voice to the conversation. Send we your message in the comment section na any of the platform the way they watch we this morning, or you can as well text we on the number +232 74 200 545. This na the breakfast show where they bring you all the trending issues them where they happen at any side na the country.
We dey continue with the breakfast show and we dey go first na court. Also we go na magistrate court number 1 na Freetown. Also magistrate Bremaja don send Joseph Dumbuya and Ahmed Toure den treason trial case where then get with the states go high courts for let them continue for look inside this. Let we watch as Maya to Sheriff go update we on this.
Magistrate Bremaja wey dey sit down at the Freetown Magistrate Court number 1 don send the treason case where the state get with Joseph Dumbuya and Ahmed Toure go high court for make dem go continue for look into am. Then 2 people here be the na court for the offense of treason contrary to section 31A of the Treason Act of 1963 and murder contrary to section 1 of the Offences Against the Persons Act of 1861. According to the report where police be make against 10 people here, around November 11 to November 26, 2023, then be joined hand with other people them for overthrow the government of Sierra Leone. Where it dey give in ruling per this case, Magistrate Bremaja say the prosecution team be give enough evidence them per this case where is satisfied with, where make it decide for send this case go high court for make them go continue for sit on them. And it been asked the first accused when a 59 years old Joseph Dumbuya if he gets anything for say where he not been done say it's na court, but the accused been tell him say he not get nothing for say because in lawyer not been there na court. We make Magistrate Jabin tell him say elect the first accused in lawyer been there na court and not forget nothing for say or do because he don't already send this case to high court. Magistrate Bremaja been same also asked the second accused when a 50 years Ahmed Toure the same question, but the second accused tell him say he not get nothing for say. Magistrate Bremaja been sending 2 people here go na the male correctional center so to them begin appear back na high court. For Liberty Online TV, me na Maria to Sheriff.
All right, we dey continue with the Liberty Breakfast Show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV. We dey stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also na we website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. And as we tell una earlier, today we dey can look at the issue we get for do with the pronouncement where the Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs be make say government they plan now for create 3 new cities them and also 2 new districts. Waiting this mean for Salon as a country, and we see outside the main opposition, the APC party also pull a position and say they not go agree for this decision. And what other body will make a position now the Lawyers Society. But they can look at them position this morning, waiting and they ask for and why they feel say this decision where governments they plan for make not timely. All of that you go know. And self-budget advocacy network ban where na a network of civil society organization them where they work around issues of budget, accountability and transparency. Safe they talk on the financial implications if governments go ahead for execute this particular plan where according to the Minister of Local Government will be hosting say don't propose and a cabinet don't agree and just they wait for His Excellency the President for make the proclamation and send and go to Parliament before them begin for execute this plan for create 3 new cities in Freetown and safe 2 districts them. Well, the mayor for the Freetown City Council self don't make imposition over the weekend. Also, he engaged with other civil society activists them for give them reason way to make you feel say this decision not timely. You go know more, but all of this inside the breakfast show this morning.
All right, let we go for Snap Budget Advocacy Network ban. We explain about the financial implications them if this decision where government want for take happen. Now let we watch as Abubakar Kamara, we na the coordinator for Budget Advocacy Network, explain inside this interview with David Yankesise for sake of this decision where government want for take now.
And community affairs people we say the government can divide the city and add other 2 districts there. But as person we don't into this space, firstly tell me what will be the financial implications of adding another district and dividing the city.
You know, creating a new district gets a lot of physical implication, and we as a network, we see the press release, we read them, and we will not get all of the information yet. We go really tell we say from the fiscal perspective, government don't really do a lot of groundwork for ensure say then divide create more district there, because for then create new district, going for them thoroughly do a number of things them. For example, number one, then for don't look at the cost of the new administrative structures them. You know, looking at what's going to be the cost of the building, staff, recruitment, office furniture, IT. Look at what's going to be the new recurrent expenditure then, salaries, because they are going to employ new staffs for one the new district and day. They also look at what's going to be the capital expenditures that we government get for occur. So there should be an assessment on that. The other one are the revenue generation capacity. I mean, we don't see an assessment whether the new district there so can really sufficiently generate their own resources from the various source of revenue them. And then we're going to say, indeed, when I create this new district, I mean, without government, I go to run the council. But of course, currently, you can't devoid a government transfer for the function of councils. If government not transfer resources to council, it's difficult for the council to operate. So even the council don't all, they still get a lot of challenge in terms of generating their own resources. And for creating a new district, all that for them be in place for look at the revenue generation capacity. The other one are the impact we then will get on the national budget and transfers. Currently, government transfer to local council is now up to 2% of the overall government budget. I can tell you, for example, in 2023, government has 0.7% they allocate to local councils. In 2024, now 0.8%. In 2025, now 1.5%. But when you come in terms of the actual transfer, it's different. It's much more lower. I can give you an example. In 2023, of the money the government put for transfer to local council, only 22% then transfer. In 2024, it got up to 64%. So overall, transfer from central government to local council, it is something like 1% or less than 1%. If you come to the actual transfer itself, it's less than 0.9%. So government for also do an assessment on that, on how that will affect the transfer. We already the current transfer them they can late and then they complete, because by right council forget 4-quarter transfer, and as is it now for this year, now only 1-quarter transfer government not transfer to local council term. So if they create additional district term, we go for look at the impact where this will get, because it's not just about creating a district, but creating a district will go be sustainable in terms of service delivery. We go be generating resources. We will go ensure say, because the whole essence of creating new district is about ensuring that services reach the people. You know, with the economics thing, what they call economic of scale. That is where smaller districts them lack economic of scale, where they lead to higher per capita administrative cost. So if we also don't see that analysis there in terms of how the economic of scale get for look like, how the risks of fragmentation and duplication of services from the central government to local government will actually look like. The other one is about equitable equity and distribution of the resources. All those analyses need to be in place. So in a nutshell, for let government create a new district, there should be a thorough assessment of the physical implication in terms of service delivery, in terms of revenue generation, in terms of the impact we got on transfer. We already, we shut down proof, say, oh, don't do that, adequate. The fact, even the one they allocate, adequate. And that adequate one, they need to give all. And they also need to give on time. Will they affect service delivery? So we, from the budget advocacy network perspective, we now able to get a clear picture from the fiscal perspective on why government really want create new districts and split some other one side there. We, as I say, government need for do a thorough analysis on all of them things they explain, and let the people really see the viability. Let people really see the benefits from the fiscal aspect. Let people really see say then comes to then this is what I have create, then go generate the resources. Let people able to say then district there also what can create. The cost of establish them, government go foot the bill. I mean, it's not secret. We are facing challenges in terms of government meeting all of its needs them, because government take on more things them currently where they able to finance all. So the revenue, the shortfall between the revenue and expenditure is huge. And now we are also going to create district who will help for add to the shortfalls. So if the government not consider that, because we don't want to see just the creation of a district or the splitting of some district them for that sake. We want to see how those districts can generate a revenue, manage themselves in a sustainable manner. And quite recently, the government has published the fiscal decision of policies, and the policy clearly talked about sustainability, efficiency, equitable distribution of resources to councils. But for now, on women perspective, we will not see the fiscal justification yet.
Well, that's Abubakar Kamara, the coordinator for Budget Advocacy Network BAN, as they make comments regarding government's decision. Outside and said they plan out for make 2 new districts and self-localities na Freetongue, as they comments say challenge right now with the economy and struggles even they for let government able for provide for the current local councils them for let them able for run them. We according to Ram, then challenge for make government to think this decision. Well, you still watch the breakfast show na Liberty Online TV, and remember say yourself for the watch the show. Can drop your message to the number +232 742 545 or drop on the comment section. Now the different platform the most I watch with this morning.
All right, still inside this issue, they continue for look at them. Uteluna earlier say they talk to somebody from Lawyer Society, a group of lawyer them, where also they work as advocates them on different issues them we get for do with the law and other human rights issues them. Well, we see Usai themselves pull a press release. Usai then states lawyer them position for respond to government announcement on new districts and localities, and then call on governments, say them for prioritize evidence-based decision-making and therefore uphold the integrity of the census process and focus for strengthening existing governance structure for benefit all citizens them. Well, now that Lawyer Society say, waiting the inside this press statement, and why then decide for pull such a press statement after we government through the Ministry of Local Government and Community Affairs also be host the minister we confirm say it don't propose to cabinet and cabinet don't agree, and then they wait now for His Excellency the President where the Constitution gain the powers for do the proclamation and send and go to Parliament. But Lawyer Society, they say government for prioritize existing structures them for ensure say them benefit all citizens them, and therefore also prioritize evidence-based decision-making and uphold the integrity of the census process. We got Claude Bhamee Davies with we at the studio, in the public relations officer for Lawyer Society. We pull this particular press statement. Good morning, Mr. Bhamee Davies.
Good morning, Liberty Online, and good morning, Khadija and Mabel. Good morning, listeners and viewers.
All right, just don't give a snippet of waiting inside a press statement on an issue recently in regards to the pronouncement where the Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs makes say it don't propose to cabinet and it don't agree for create 2 new districts and localities them now Freetown. But una they say government for prioritize evidence-based decision-making, uphold the integrity of the census process, and for focus for strengthening existing governance structures for benefit all citizens. But the arguments where the Minister of Local Government they make now, all of them decision they are so now for bring development and better the cities in their life.
Okay, thank you very much. Before I go into the question we ask, I want to say the purpose of Lawyer Society for make we do this press statement now because when Lawyer Society was established on the 1st of November 2024, we make a commitment to the people of Sierra Leone, say we will participate in governance in our own way so that the respect for the rule of law, democracy, and good governance be upheld. And now that make anything we get reason of national concern, national interest, with the Lawyer Society go take a position, give we advice, give we views for government or the stakeholders the necessary consideration. Now, this issue of creating new districts and cities or dividing Freetown, we look and say there are many first incidental things we for to happen before you come to this. There is already the census we slate for 2026. For make you divide a city or a district or create new district, it get come out from an informed position. And the informed position will only come after census would have been conducted. We already been on get the first census, the decennial census, we have been 2015. And now this one slate for 2026, December. So we're saying, how do you come to a conclusion that you have to divide Freetown, you have to divide other districts, create a city, where you not don't get the thing where for inform you for make you take that decision, the winner is census. We go give you the demographic elements, go tell you about population density, and then you know say you for do this. So we're saying, then don't beat the gun. Wait until 2026 where you don't conduct census and you can come back to the people of Sierra Leone and say, consequent to the census where we conduct now ABC XYZ. And we also note the challenges where already day now all them districts here and Freetown in particular. We believe, say, one of the core for development now that now in the instance of Freetown, now for reduce the delays in the disbursement of budget and fundings for the city, give decentralized powers to the council and all of that. These are the constraints where we think, say, government for address, for develop Freetown instead of for divide them.
Going back to we Lawyers Society, they ask for evidence-based decision making because now that concern the plenty people in the public, we don't they ask. Also, government pull data where they show say so districts need for be split or we need new one or localities them. And we be asked the Minister of Local Governments, we been do this announcement to the public, this particular question, and according to them, this is a decision we government they take as a result of waiting former President Nkrumah be making some state opening speech in Parliament in 2012. Also, be make mention say a one for create new localities them na Freetown. And based on that, then a continuity of governance, then they take this decision. Is it not an enough reason for this particular evidence-based way Lawyer Society they ask for?
No, we not feel say that is an enough reason. First of all, you're referring to 2012. Government is saying, oh, this now waiting the APC dispensation being due in 2012. Yes, in 2012 was followed by 2015 census. Okay, when thereafter the Karen and the Falaba district come. In fact, in this we press statement, we make it clear, say, we they condemn any use of the division of a district for political purposes. Because we note, say, APC do them in 2015, and now SLPP wants to do it in 2025. And we're condemning that because we're of the view that it is politically motivated rather than for development. Now, if you say you want to divide, as we say, you not deal with the evidence. The evidence has to come from 2015 or 2012 that they are referring to. This is 2025, like 13 or so more years, is it? Yes? Many things would have evolved. Many things would have changed. You cannot work on what you had in 2012 for implementing 2025. So we're saying conduct the census. Look at the infrastructure. If you want to create, you want divide Freetown, do you think it is plausible? You get things them way for do. How much infrastructure we don't put when we want to divide this city into two? How many development strides we don't take? I mean, structurally, hospitals, schools, all of that. And then you just want to divide the city because you think, say, you will divide them. And we're pointing, for this purpose, I'll refer to Kenema, not because of any reason, but because one of the reasons we make them say they want to divide Freetown, now because of population, overpopulation. In Sierra Leone, Kenema is the most populated district in Sierra Leone. So go back to Kenema. You say Kenema is about 772,000 plus people. Freetown is about 600 and something thousand, 609,000 or so. So you get Usai overpopulated. We're saying, if that is the reason, why not Kenema for begin force? Let we see, say, oh, government did this in Kenema, and we think it worked. Let us model Freetown to what worked in Kenema, if now overpopulation. So all of these things, and that is why we're saying, let them have an evidence-based position which can convince the people, say, oh no, because of these reasons, we need for divide Freetown. Now, there is this argument of London. I have read it on social media that they talk about, oh, London is divided into 32 boroughs and blah, blah, blah. This is a non-starter. The population in London is 8.9 million. Freetown is 600,000. So on issue of population, they're not near safe. So you cannot model Freetown to that of London. So not to two things that we for compare at all. And when even you go to London, you go see waiting there na Manchester. Now you go see na London. So when you look at all of the 32 boroughs, them waiting there na one borough, it then at the other borough. Now you they choose now for say, oh, I want to stay in this part of London, I want to stay in this part of London. But in Freetown, we know Usai all of the things are centralized. Dividing Freetown will occasion more problems for the council than making it effective and efficient. That is our position. So let them wait. They do the census, give us evidence, collect data. Put them in to the people of Sierra Leone. And then we can, in our thoughts, believe that, yes, this is a right decision.
Bhamee, on the issue of data, where you emphasize on, now one of the questions them, where we ask the Minister of Local Government, Tambalamina, where we host an on this same issue, you make an categorically clear say, then they use the data from the midterm census, in as much as na be controversial one, but then believe in that data they now inform them say them for create 3 new localities na Freetown and 2 new districts.
Okay, this comes back to the question. You already have a census slated for December 2026. That's like 1 year plus, little over 1 year, right? Why not wait? You're depending on a midterm census. And the December census 2026, not that far. So the question is, why the rush? Why really the rush? Because you can wait and have a comprehensive census in December, and then you can form you can form your position or take a position on what you want to do. But why the rush? Why not wait for the December slated census? This is our concern. Why not wait? Which would give you a better position, a better view, an informed position for make you act on whatever decision you want.
All observation, wetin lawyer society think say make government dey insist say it should be now?
We honestly don't know. We're left to question why and why now and why Freetown. And but we believe, say, government, we don't note, I mean, we're all in a Freetown, we don't note challenges between the central government and that of the Freetown municipality, the mayor. And one reason, now, as a result of, say, the central government is SLPP run, and the Freetown municipality is headed by an APC, official. So there have been challenges. In fact, I was at the press conference of the Freetown City Council on Saturday, and the mayor highlighted the challenges them way they go through.
Are you in agreement with her?
Yes, I am. The challenges them way they go through, where they make it like Freetown has not been doing anything. One of the delays in disbursement of funds for the council, the powers given to council, things are not approved. It gives some typical examples. He said, in fact, now for coordinates, he mentioned EDSA. Oh, that they cut, that they do, that they erect poles and all in the city. Say for coordinate, imagine the Freetown City Council, say for coordinate with EDSA. Say, oh, when they go locate poles, una get for consult with the council, so we go know, say, usa would they go put this pole and not go cause harm and all. There is a difficulty. There is a difficulty with Guma Valley, how for Usai for good dig, for check if a pipe burst or what. There's a difficulty because, again, the city council now get the city. So mayor has been saying, all of them people and therefore coordinate them so that damage is not going to happen is difficult. Now, how much more having another council in the municipality?
Would this be a possible political advantage where the sitting government wants for you say the usual APC SLPP do me or do you system now then they implement so say oh then we don't do on the last term creates carrying in Falaba we self need for do this when are we on turn?
Yes, now make we clearly state, we press statement say we note that in 2015 most times we see the retaliatory steps in governance say oh then we don't do them. So we self can do them. And that is why we have noted in our press statement, say, we note them, say it was done in 2015, and that is why we will condemning, say, government or successive government, not for they follow the path of what was wrong. Two wrongs cannot make a right. And we believe, say, this government campaign on a mantra, when at the new direction, where to we appear as if they are not going to do what the past dispensation did. And if they want us to believe that, they should not be copying what they believe was wrong and then doing the same thing. So it is not entirely wrong for a person think say, oh no, then feel now waiting APC be don't do, now make themselves they do. People have the right to think that way. But we believe, and we're challenging them that on your slogan for new direction, we believe you are to conduct the governance in that path and not follow what was seemed to be wrong and you self the do thinking say it go be right.
What in government they miss in this whole thing of them wanting for creating districts and localities at this time? What in they miss?
The consultations, okay? First of all, this is democracy. And the element of democracy is that the people should be part of governance. It is a government for the people, and by the people. They have missed out on consulting. Again on Saturday, Freetown City Council make and clear, the mayor say, you want to divide Freetown and you have not consulted with us, the council. You need for consult with the council for no waiting or share your idea as to waiting make una they do this, but they are not.
The issue of consultation, we been get a long discussion with the minister the day we interview. I mean, according to him, it seems deliberate. He said then they engage but not consult. And we are the chief minister and other media again, where instead they say the mayor has no right for question government decision for creating new localities. You're not a legal person. How you go explain this for the public for understand? The mayor has no rights for us government, a sitting government wants for create new localities.
Okay, so let me use the minister in one, engage. Yeah, let's forget about consult. If you had engaged the Freetown City Council, they would have given you their own side, because na then they na the council, na then they see the things even more than the central government. So if you not engage with them, how would you know what are the issues? So the mayor might not, I mean, not a question. She is giving her own side now because she was not engaged in this decision. She was not part of it. I'm sure if them don't go to Freetown City Council, engage the mayor and share their views with the mayor no go at this point come and say, no, we no want Freetown for be divided. But they have not been part of the decision. And he gets right for give his own side of the picture, because government already don't say there is cabinet approval. So it's almost like they want to go ahead with it. But then the mayor is saying, no, there will be. It's just like if somebody cancel you house and say, oh, I want partition here, without asking you. You don't know side the kitchen there, you don't know side the toilet there. It go get difficulty. So it is always good, and it will be seamless if you engage and then una put una heads together and take a position. This has not been done.
Bhamee, una lawyer society don't they advocate for upholding the constitution and the rule of law, and now on a press statement on a quote section 38(4) Act number 6 of the 1991 Constitution, based say if they want for create any new localities or constituency, then forget proper demographic data. Now, the minister, they say, they're not a bridge any law for na continuity of a particular statement where the former president be make na parliament, where he quote say they suppose for create new localities, not in then just they make. And by all indication, based on what the Minister of Local Government say, it is something they've agreed on, and now then just they pursue. In the case, then go ahead and create the localities there. Then bridge any sign of the Constitution?
Yes, we believe, say, this decision not follow section 38, subsection 4. Now, why do we have census periodically? It tells you that you cannot depend on one result of 10 years ago. That is why you get midterm, then you get it decennial. So if we want for take waiting happen in 2015 for be the position forever na Salone, then there is not going to be any census. But we know say statistically you get for conduct periodically, because things they change, population they evolve, they increase, development they take place, underdevelopment, I mean all of that. So that is why you have midterm and then you have the main census, the decennial. So you cannot just say, oh, because that government they don't talk in 2012, so that is what we're doing without conducting the census. You want to do it now. You have slated 2026 for census. Wait after the census, then you can get an informed position. So section 38, subsection 4 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone, 1991 says, it says any adjustment for a constituency or wards get for be done based on demographic information. And that demographic information only get for come after a census. Now you want to divide Freetown, you want to divide districts. What is the demographic information where you want to do them in 2025? You want to take 2012 UN census or 2015 census for the demographic information in that year for 2025? No, many things would have changed. So we're saying wait conduct it, and then you have an informed position. That is what section 38, subsection 4 of the Constitution says. And then it comes back. We not say the Local Government Act, a Dena press statement of 2022 say, even when you come do declaration or announcement of a city or municipality or council or localities, you ought to have done that in consultation with the Minister or Ministry of Finance and the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone. All waiting the minister don't tell we no hear one of in statements say they consulted with the Ministry of Finance because
maybe he's done that.
It's not to our knowledge. There's nothing being mentioned. And if it is not mentioned, it means we will conclude it was not done. Let them show us that they engage the Ministry of Finance because there are financial implications.
You think, say, the Minister of Local Government go just grab one day in bed, take a paper and present it to cabinet without working with technical experts, maybe from the ministries, other relevant stakeholders, them before he makes such pronouncement?
Information is power, right? You have not given us the steps you took. The minister don't go several media houses. He's been to 98.1, he's been to Liberty, he's been to AYV, everywhere. And all of the times, he has not mentioned the consultation we didn't do. In fact, just now, you understand, we don't have to consult. We rather engage. So they are playing on the terms whether you have to consult or engage. But the act, the Local Government Act say, in consultation with. And so he ought to have told us, yes, we have followed section 2, subsection 2 of the Local Government Act. We consulted with the Ministry of Finance and the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone. That is not to our knowledge. And we say there are infractions on those provisions, and therefore it is not in compliance with the law.
Critique them of this current administration, and even some of the lawyers them. In most decision, the most recent one that they all get for do with the sacked Auditor General and in Deputy, Lara Taylor Pierce, come out and call this particular administration say na a pure disregard for the rule of law. And other instances they don't we critique them, advocate, they don't call them out, say this is not pure disregard for the rule of law. Now they come back as an organization, drawing them to the relevant sections of the Constitution, say now this owner for work with. And now the minister say, then they go ahead, His Excellency the President, anytime from now, they make him proclamation, then take an parliament, eventually go become law because the SLPP get the majority in parliament. If that happen, waiting go be lawyer society then position.
The general public go no say will not be judged on the wrong side of history because all of these things we have spoken, right? And it is for the people to decide when that time comes. We're not a fed government. We're here to participate in governance. And it is our expectation, say, when we speak as a peer pressure group on government, as a group waiting for uphold the rule of law, good governance, and democracy, which is a means of helping government for achieve in aims and objectives. I mean, if you not get people that we go call you home, I mean, even as friends, you say, you need to get a paddy. We go tell you, say, Khadija, what you do so not correct. And that will make you a better person because you go listen. And that is what we seem to be doing. Now, if we don't call government on this, we don't bring out issues and government doesn't listen, it is for the people to judge when the time comes. We only know, say, we have spoken and we'll continue to speak, we'll continue to bring. If government do it right, we have no reasons to question or bring issues. But if there are infractions by the provisions of the law, which we believe, then we need to bring them to the people because we are the experts in law, not the ordinary people. The ordinary people are not going to know what is Section 38. They're not going to know what is Section 2 of the Local Government Act. It is for us to state, and then we leave it for the people to judge.
Timing for all of this, one way plenty people don't question, say, even if they've been taken into consideration all the legalities them for implement this particular decision, plenty people believe, say, it's not timely now because the economy is constrained, they're not able to manage it, the councils and where they, the districts and where they, development and all of that. When I think, say, this is not the right time for the government to do this kind of thing, taking into consideration economic implications, because the other day we asked the minister Naya, outside the finances get for commodities for ensure say where they can create, not just be created, but to able for fund them, it's not based on them planning, they go get a projection as to outside and they go. Is it realistic?
It is not. You see, we already they complain, say, government, they struggle with funding. And now you want to expand. It is like creating further problems. And so even if we were to accept the view, say, oh yes, let us divide and create new cities or divide Freetown, we not get the resources, we not get them for make we able for efficiently run 2 councils. We go get 2 mayors, 2 administrations, right? Then we not get the power, as you rightly point, the economic power for maintain this. So it is untimely. We say there are many things when the primary concern or focus of government than for can divide cities or create new districts. There are focus. I mentioned this. We already get Yenga issue all the Fedpan. We have not taken what belongs to us. Then where they go now, they can divide, they can expand. You have what you have, and you seeing it going. I think those are the concerns. You look at electricity now. Look at electricity. These should be the concerns of government. We don't see car power ship, or how they call it, car power ship. Then they shut down by tomorrow, the 12th of June. Light business is another thing. Saying a shedding we will get for Depan, and then for prominent places like hospitals and all. So these are the concerns. These are the primary issues we think, say, government get for focus on first before we come to any secondary.
Lawyer society, they see this decision where government want for take as a misplaced priority, because it just make mention, say, the country still they struggle with the basic amenities the way citizens are supposed forget na the right, but government not able for give citizens some of their amenities there. Now they want for add another expenditure, because this is going to be a huge expenditure on the government.
So that's it. We think, say, as I say, misplaced priorities. There are things government has to focus on. You can't divide cities now or Freetown. They bring uneven. There are disadvantages. Uneven development. You get limited social mobility, increased inequality. Already, with the Gumbo say, oh, people have come into Freetown because they feel, say, na Freetown get all the activities going. Now the government focus. So if you can now further, they can divide this for spread, then it's a further problem. Inequality in development. So we look, say, there are plenty other issues we government for don't consider before this.
Inequality in development, but according to the minister, this will make development meet the people, because for the larger cities, them or districts, them hard to forget development because they're large. But if they break them down small, then go able for easily carry development. Go there.
All right, let's take for example now, say Freetown, all of the major offices are found in the central business district. Now you're creating another locality outside the central business district. Whose office, whose bank where they is that the central bank in the locality? Would there be a central bank? I'm telling you, there is not going to be any central bank. Government not going to build central bank. Government not going to build power station na any other locality. So definitely, in fact, you can make the line now if they try that. You're going to show a clear distinction between the developed central business district and the underdeveloped area of Freetown. it's going to be clear. Now at least everybody knows, oh, this is Freetown. I can leave from Lumley and come to the central business district and do my business. But when you divide, there are many, many limitations. And we think, say, this is untimely.
But the minister say existing structures already there now some of them places there. The residents are no need for move from one point to another for can do their businesses there.
We see the Freetown every day. So where are the existing structures? Where are they? Where is EDSA? Where is now everybody runs to Connaught. If you get any issue of medical, you run to Connaught. Also, Connaught get for the wherever they never place them. If not the eastern part, would there be, they have to answer this question, would there be a branch of Connaught or an hospital where go equally match Connaught wherever you divide the city? So I mean, we believe say it is untimely. There is more to be done before we get to this point.
Like you say, I believe say untimely, and now the president in proclamation now left and he gonna parliament. At this stage, if for any reason we're not able to talk to the president, waiting I will ask him for consider before he do in proclamation, because it's obvious he's going to do it according to what the minister said the other day. Waiting I will say to him for consider when he do in proclamation.
We go talk to His Excellency the President. Say we think say the division of Freetown and the creating of new districts will touch on the financial position of government. We already is constrained. We believe say there are other issues we important for the people of Sierra Leone for make the government concentrate on. We will tell them, say, make it include, make it involve. We talk about, inclusion. We hear it every now and then about the government. But the people of Sierra Leone, or the people of Freetown, in this case for Freetown, have not been included. They have not been involved. They have not participated. So we'll talk to them and say, bring this to the people, hear the people, conduct a referendum if there has to be any reason for that, and ask the people, do you want, put your advantages of the division to the people, and then we put the disadvantages, and ask the people, do you want it to happen? Do you want the city to be divided? Then the people then go say, we are part of it. I mean, inclusion, that has not been done. As I said, this is not democracy, and we know for they take decision at the exclusion of the people. We not then get the mandate.
This particular decision what they discuss so now one way this SLPP administration now where them been there in opposition then call out the then government say not proper then they do one for gerrymandering purposes, but now the same decision then they're about for take. One question we most people on they ask now that waiting change for una embrace something where una be they criticize strongly, even the time where the proclamation gonna parliament, then be they the MP then they criticize and strongly say it is not something where them for do, now for let them get more seats. They make a whole lot of allegation by then, and now the table don't turn. Waiting this they show as a lesson to people in power.
Yes. It is unfortunate, we will say, it is unfortunate that successive governments, they ride on the back of the previous government, their wrongdoings. Yeah? As you point out, SLPP then, being the opposition, being criticized this. It's just like, now you can say, it's almost like when the fox not get the grapes, it says sour. Now they have the grapes, they're saying it's sweet. Because if you want the people to believe that, yes, you're different from what was obtaining previously, then show us by your conduct. You not go come now, you self they do, waiting you been done say not correct. And this is what is not good for we country. Because we they get denting here over and over. Who knows what happens next? Oh, then why don't do ABCXYZ? So we say if we come, we go do ABCXY. It is not good for the people. We, the people, are suffering. We're feeling the brunt. And it is that retaliatory action day where we want for condemn. Say because previous government do them, no means say correct. And we know it was not correct. Even within the APC, there were dissensions. Say, no, we not to all man being say they want them, there were dissensions. So we believe, say, if that was not right, Una now as the opposition, then we are the ruling government now, being criticized them, and then you seem to be doing what was criticized. So it is not good for the nation, it is not good for governance, and that is what we're calling on.
With all this call where Una and other organizations and they make for let government not take this decision at this time, they not listen and go ahead and create them districts here and localities. Whose effects they come with?
Come with negative effect, but we as lawyer society, we would always remain optimistic until otherwise is done. We believe that with all we don't say, we don't go over the media, we don't put press statement, not only lawyer society, you see people them canvassing for it not to be done. We believe, say, the government will listen. In fact, I understand that there is a petition going on with Sierra Leoneans and Freetonians, then they signed the petition against the declaration.
Does that make any difference?
We would hope it would make a difference. If it doesn't, we will review. We will always have a way out to it. We will hope that the government, being a listening government, as they always say, go listen to the people. We don't there one or two occasions where they have listened. I mentioned the terrorism act. When the people come out and say, no, this act here is damaging, they listened. Right? So we believe that they would listen again because this is the voice of the people. If they don't, we'll review and we will take necessary for the actions.
According to the minister, I say governance is about continuity. We then come now some of the things then this way they meets the previous government already make a pronouncement on. But one go they wonder among the many things them why now for creating new localities and districts the SLPP administration so embrace.
Okay, so that tells you we get plenty questions for ask. If you talk about government, it's a process of continuity. Then you left for work with the contract of the Kapawa ship for Giwi Light. You say, oh, that was a boisterous contract. It was not a well-negotiated contract for electricity, the then government. So you're not following on that one because you think it's bad. Yes? Now, when you were opposition, you thought the division or creation of a new district was a bad decision. You opposed against it. But you don't can now, you didn't have the seat. You say you they continue. Now that continue. So it's really leaves us with many questions. You want to continue on bad things. You select. Okay, the light winner for the people of Sierra Leone, we're not saying a bad contract, and now we're having problems with the electricity. You shut down that. Oh, it was not well negotiated. You now they follow on what has been bad, where you criticize. You say, oh, now continuity in governance. Is that genuine? It's not. So we not believe, say, continuity in governance now on the good strides, on the positive things, not on those that were bad. That is not continuity.
If people them way citizens can elect for serve na positions of trust, not they be genuine, like in this case where they happen now, it clearly shows say na the citizen them at the end of the day, instead of them benefit from them things there, then still they suffer because going back to the decision of 2012, Karine and Falaba, it clearly shows say people in that particular side of the country, now on that developed area, then they cry for a whole lot of things. You're not able to develop that side, you can add another new localities and districts that we get for continue for the underdeveloped. I mean, at this point, how the conversation supposed to be from both sides, the politicians, the citizen, on self who they serve as advocacy or pressure group them, how the conversation supposed for they?
we have to be honest with ourselves. Honesty, sincerity. Quite clearly, you just take the words from my mouth. Look at Karine and Falaba created. Tell me whose example they for follow. And 2 new districts that were created. No example. We know you say Karine gets electricity distribution powerhouse. We know you say Karine gets the most fantastic hospital. We know you Karine then school them na ultra modern, state of the art. You haven't had that. So what is there? If not for political gains. Nothing, we say. Nothing, absolutely. So let us be honest. One government don't do this creation of new districts. Nothing has really come out of it good. Then another government now, they come back, they can follow on that same thing. Now make us say, let us do it and see, say, if Karine and Falaba been developed, you go find out, say, the people of Sierra Leone will say, oh, let us model Freetown as that of Karine and Falaba, because when they divide that district there, you see the development, but we not see none. And then we want to divide. We want to create new cities. We want to create new districts. I think we have to be honest and not say it is not good. We have to be honest and not say it is not for development purposes. It is something else otherwise.
When we talk to Reverend James Lahai, when the national coordinator for National Elections Watch New, a group of various civil society organizations who they work around issues of election, census, and what have you. One thing we in state is say forum, maybe they expect, say, instead of this current administration based on argument, say, we are just continuing with the decision we'll meet. Maybe they expect it, and for even reverse that decision, because benefits not in Falaba, no benefits not in Karine. The people and still they struggle with basic things. Them, you told that line. They say instead of creating more localities, let them just reverse that decision and bring back Falaba and Karine outside and be there.
Well, yes. If government come and say the previous government been do this, but it not ever work out well, and then think in the your review, in the your analysis, and waiting then at the ground and waiting they don't say it will only be better for the people of Sierra Leone if we revert to that previous position. We will entirely support that. If then looks at, because really and truly nothing has come out of Karine and Falaba, really and truly. So yes, it would have even better for me government say we don't review this new district way the APC government been do, and we think say in order to better the lives of the people in that area there. So we on government, we ready for give better life to them people here, and we think say now for let we go back to how the district was, and then we can bring development. That would have come out better, and we the people of Sierra would have said, oh yes, look at what is happening now when it all revert to the initial position, and the people of Karine and Cambia district, they are better off now than they were when the district was divided. It would have made sense.
In all of this decision, the members of parliament and a key role for play. What's in the lawyer society they expect from the members of parliament where this go day not well?
They are representing the people. So they already don't say the people based on all of these conversations where we get, na media, na social media, na radio, television, we parliamentarians them again get for be honest with themselves, their consciences, and say the people of Sierra Leone do not want this. It is not good for them. So we they expect them for make them represent the views of the people of Sierra Leone. Make them represent what we want. Make them stand for the truth and not for anything that is personal or political. They are representing the people of Sierra Leone. They should be there to be the voices for we were not ready, so that governance could be efficient and effective.
The main opposition already states a position to a press statement where they make immediately the Minister of Local Government make this pronouncement. In fact, they refer to as a reckless decision. And we host a member from them now, so we say they're ready for resist if the government go ahead with this decision. meaning then they resisted and they called them people and for come out and stage a protest. If this decision go ahead for create the new locality and districts there, is that a right statement from the opposition?
Well, I don't go entirely say it is wrong or right, but again, if the parliamentarians, where they represent the people, and where they know say they are going to be the voice of the people, then think say one way for sure say the people of Sierra Leone not want this decision is for a peaceful protest or coming out and tell government say no to any division. I think it's in place. Once it is properly regulated, it is properly supervised and not create chaos. I think those are the tenets of democracy. Again, if the people have to say no to government for this in a peaceful way for make government here, it is in place for making it do them. Once it is properly regulated, supervised by the state.
Where we dey now, where we sabi how the police can be subjective in terms of other than for give permit for stage a protest, you think that's going to happen?
We think that the police don't learn a lot from previous happenings where then they subject themselves to so many scrutiny. I'm sure the police will not want to do that again. And so then go provide whatever necessary logistic support they should and give the people them the opportunity for make them talk within they want if need be. We believe, so once the parliamentarians and don't take a position, the government already, they have signaled to the government, say they are going to resist. I'm sure government will go back to the drawing board and say, well, let us have a further review of this before we table them or make any declaration.
The current government, now the majority in a parliament, is it possible for the members of parliament think otherwise on this particular decision?
That is why I have noted, I've sounded the issue of honesty and sincerity by we leaders. I am telling you, in the heart, they know say this not a good decision.
But always the votes
that
in
is
favor of them party, we see happen to Lara in case.
I understand
all man
that.
They feel like they anticipate say for once, Lord put country first.
They have made several mistakes, and we believe, we still optimistic, we still hold the positive view, say they would not make that mistake this time again. They would not make
that one a mistake.
Yes, I mean they've made a mistake. They've made a mistake.
All right, let me
several mistakes.
Let me look at a few messages them where people don't send by me. They will come back to you. The first one from Abdullah Sharif na YouTube. They say it is really untimely to create new districts. There are many important things the president and his team should focus on now. Example: food, electricity, unemployment rate is high, etc.
All right, now the Facebook page, the very first one I go look at, Ronald Beresford Ignatius Georgeson say, your Big Five manifesto are yet to be fulfilled, yet you're thinking of dividing Freetown without proper consultation with Freetonians or stakeholders, especially the Creoles, but think you can just bypass as you have provided any meaningful social housing since the 70s and believe you can split up the western area, oldest capital. Freetonians, is it about time you step up to the government and any other future government that thinks it can do as it pleases, then the selfish interest. All legal measures must be used stopping this scam. The Creoles are fed up with divided by rule by the British, and now you've taken over, especially the APC and SLPP. We are not buying it. Take your divisions to the second capital, Bo.
Mohamed Toure na YouTube, they say, Liberty TV, please, why the government not been go ahead with the Mamama airports waiting for do? Bring development at the country and more jobs, opportunity, infrastructural development na Mama Salon.
For the Mustafa Toure say, thank you, Lawyer Society, for taking the space of the Bar Association. The responsibility of the bar is now only to build an office for the association and nothing on constitutional and legal matters. The bar has always been used not for such a level. The bar completely became government controlled under the Kawa and Swallow, and that's the reason why there was no position for the bar for the past 5 years, as the position of the bar has been challenged. They have, all right, so Bhamee say they have now been rewarded. Kawa is now Solicitor General, Swallow the United Nations, and in fact, the bar congratulated the president after the disputed elections.
Abdullahi Lukulede said, did the Lawyer Society organize a fact-finding tour to the affected districts such as Kenema, Kailaon, and Pujon to interact with the local population?
Victor Atomengot say Freetown has no structural plan that informs development. More importantly, where is the proposed dividing line in the current capital location of Freetown?
This one, they say, given the city's rapidly expanding population, dividing Freetown into 2 city councils is a viable concept. However, does the government currently possesses the necessary resources?
Kalon said the people are parliament. This proposal will finally go to parliament. Let's see what the people will say, according to the lawyer, section 38A. All right, look at more messages we don't come in. This other one said the Minister of Local Government did quote the data they consider in doing this. If the data from statistics in 2015 is sufficient for the creation of new districts, 2025 census will be more evidencing. And the more messages, this other one say when Falaba and Karine districts were created, they received €1 million as grants to each district, 2016-2017. Government also gave technical and infrastructural development. More messages we look at. Issa Kagbo say in past elections, Marabio fared well in the western areas of Freetown. Based on that, they've come to the view, performed well in the western area. Based on that, they've come to the view that the western area should be part of the city as their stronghold. Now they are pushing to divide Freetown, not for administrative efficiency, but as political strategy. They know that under the current unified structure, they cannot win a citywide mayoral election. So the solution is to split the city, carving out the section where they believe they can secure control and install their own mayor. This move is not about governance, it's about securing power where they can.
For the Mustafa today, they say Freetown was added as a distraction. The main game is Panguma and Bandajuma using the 2021 census, where Pujon has more population than Moyamba, which is the first time in history to hear that.
Abuelo say now the past government bring all this. They should have created both north and west and south and east, not just northwest.
All right, the last one I will take for now and come back to Claude is Albert Fuji. They say the final outcome in splitting up our city involved halves will need to rest upon the decision of Supreme Court. As from the executive arm, it is obvious there is no going back.
This one from Ahmed Sama, it says, so you agree that the APC did wrong by creating 2 districts, that is Falaba and Karine, as you rightly mentioned in your statement?
All right, it's very interesting when they say, where is the Minister of Rural Region in all of this? Granted, he's a member of cabinet, but he should be giving his position statement on these proposals.
The final one I go look at from Albert Fuji is say the final outcome in splitting up our city into halves will need to rest upon the decision of the Supreme Court. As from the executive arm, it's obvious there's going to be no going back. And from their message, and they will come over to you, Bhamee. Firstly, what do you think of the content of the different message them where the viewers them send?
Well, we don't really say. In fact, this, I mean, if you take this like a random survey, tells you that majority of the people, almost all the people, don't want a division of Freetown or creation of new districts. Yeah, and so you see. if you have a listening government, they will pay attention to these things. Say, we have in our own views, things say, we've come up with this. But the people, a reaction at that, no, it is untimely, it is not necessary now. There are other things that we can focus on and drop them. This is beautiful for democracy, listening to the people. You see, one of the other damage we this go cause was political and social fragmentation. For divide Freetown or create new district or cities, loss of unity. Already we get this problem we suffer about this ethnicity, this regionalism, all of that. We get them. And for come create further new districts and divide Freetown, would they lost their unity there? Now we're all saying, let's come to one, let's be as one, people of Sierra Leone, we're one. But when you divide, when you create new districts or localities or divide Freetown, you lost that call for unity there, right? And you even weaken civil engagement. Because now, division they discourage people from participating in local politics and community initiatives. All man go get for focus now, no, me na yamidi, I no be seen again, increase conflict. So there are more disadvantages to this than advantages. And somebody mentioned, if I believe, say, APC do wrong when they create the Karene and Falaba district. That is not for me to say. But, it is for the people of Sierra Leone to know if there was any development upon which we can copy and say, no, well, yes, we go point at Karene and Falaba. If we're genuine, we're sincere, say, yes, Karene and Falaba, then the development take place there. So it's not bad for make we divide, for make we create new districts. But as it is, we have nothing to point at. We have nothing to point at. And so we not follow what has not worked. That is what I am saying. What hasn't worked for the country, we not follow that. Let we follow waiting will work.
Waiting need for be done at this stage.
I think it's for government to shelve this and for concentrate on the primary issues. We're talking about electricity, water, the economy, all right? Dollars is there. Things, prices are going up. We even now, as we talk some petrol station pump prices generally down worldwide, but we still maintain at 27,300, whilst within you get other stations, the Leon Co and Zala, where they sell at 25 and 23, diesel and petrol. These are all of the things create easy life for the people of Sierra Leone. And we think that should be the focus of government for now.
It will be the focus, but you think, say, now a priority for the sitting government?
It should be the priority. And not to whether them want to take as priority. We should call on government to say, this is not the priority, una give we better life, rather than for can create further division and can put more pressure on government funding. Because when you establish this, social amenities have to be created, essential services, all of that, now more constraint on government and fund. Now more constraint. And we're already saying that we're stranded.
You know a lawyer, Bhamee, and somebody make mention earlier among the texter them about say this, it is a done deal from the government, but in belief say now a decision we're supposed for go to the Supreme Court.
Yes. We're lawyers, and there are very many available processes we can use. If government, that is why you have the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. There are three arms of government. If the executive in their own thought, the executive arm thinks say it should be done, then we can engage the legislature, then self gets duty because it has to go to parliament. If then self not take the position whatever take for the better of the people, then we can come to the judiciary for interpretation, if need be, if we have to go to for interpretation of the laws, the provisions, if all of these things were followed, right? Now make I say, Loyal Society, we duty now for participate. We have given the provisions of the law already. Say the infractions as it is, follow them. We not wait till the thing don't happen, then we say we go Supreme Court. No. So this is participation. We're participating, calling on government, say there are provisions to be followed, there are processes. Can we please follow these processes before we get to this position? If government listen, it's fine. If they don't, it's still fine.
Apart from missing the procedures for reach at this point, waiting a Lawyer Society then fair if governments really make this decision a reality? Is it that una dey afraid say they not go able for finance waiting they want for do, or it go bring more suffering on the people?
Yes, we think say it go occasion more hardship on the people of Freetown and those other districts, because it involves financial implications. It involves infrastructure, undertakings. And as it is, we not feel, say, government dey in that position, because we're part of governance. We dey hear the challenges of government. And so we're not blind or deaf to them things. We think, say, government is trying to bite more than it can chew. And we go affect the people. And that is why we're saying, leave this for now. Let us concentrate on the other things. We have been deprived of the MCC funding. We not get money. I understand, say, World Bank have to withdraw the donation with them, say that they give for the relocation of Bhamee. All of those things, So, for make you can now say they can create new districts and cities and localities and councils, we think say you're biting too much than you can chew, and it has a toll in effect on the people of Sierra Leone.
Bhamee, from a legal perspective, a citizen we might probably don't listen the conversation, who don't get this morning, instead disagree, say government not supposed for make this particular decision at this particular time. Ordinary citizen go get a right there for drag the government to court?
Oh, yes. Once you're not a voter, you voted at the last election, you get right for instituting action for the interpretation. Because this is, if you go Supreme Court, an interpretation, whether the decision or the action of government is in compliance with the provisions of the law. Once you're a voter, you voted at the last election, you have a right to do.
All right. Many thanks for joining me this morning for can talk about on a position where una don't make concerning the pronouncement where the Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs be make say they don't propose to cabinet for let them go get 3 new localities and 2 new districts. We look forward to maybe una go come back with a new position if this eventually go Parliament after His Excellency in proclamation. It'll be a pleasure for get you this morning, Bhamee.
Thank you very much, Khadija.
All right. Well, now so the breakfast show go left you for today. Musa Saokoma, Samuel Thomas, and Dennis Kamara. Now then, the technician, they will give support to the production team for produce this edition of the breakfast show. Throughout the day, continue for Watch Liberty TV as we get interesting content they will produce for now. For keep una informed on various issues that may happen all over the country. Mina Khadija Bangwa, they say have a blessed day.
Right. And Mabel Kabade say get a good day. Don't forget the number where you go send any message in case something happen at your community where you want Liberty TV cover na +23274200545. Until we meet again, Mabel Kabade say get a good day and goodbye.
Undeveloped city then clean. all clean city develop.
This is Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of Freetown. And today, I want to talk to Freetonians about sanitation. We objective, transform Freetown, transforming lives. We not go able to achieve them if we all not join hands. Freetown City Council get role, but every Freetonian also get responsibility. Let we start first with the fact say FCC with the sweep 110 major streets every single morning from Monday to Saturday. But when we don't sweep the streets, if Freetonians then come and they continue for heap dirty in the street, in order to make the place look fine. Now make we get them litter bins them. The yellow bins we wanna go see around. So with the waka, you drink from your water bottle, your water plastic, you eat your packet something, not even a ground where you done. Make sure say you put on one of them bins then they. That litter bin they, in order for you host dirty. You know mean say if you pack you host dirty, you can pin her next to the bins them. Not to the idea that. Not give you host dirty to the one where the Allah say clean salon. No say that dirty way they collect now you host. You know get for Karango now the one of the two official sites. You know they can go Kisi Bhamee, you know they can go King Tom Bhamee. It turns so it left on the ground. And now we council get a problem, but you self get a problem because now front somebody else in Domot, your own dirty don't end up. So wait you for do with you host dirty. We get the one then a council where we don't certify. Say then are approved waste providers. Then they on tricycles, some of them they a vehicle. You will get host, you will get business, you in a hospital, institution, everybody for make sure say they waste collected by an approved FCC waste collector. We get the tricycle groups, we get the companies. So you go see them around. We engage with them on a regular basis. And wait till we go do now as we come into this new year. Now for make sure say FCC stand behind them for you for no outside and day and for let them self go to you so that we no go get that gap. When you eat dirty in a gutter, it end up na Lumley Beach, Toke Beach, all the tourism ambition where we get for the city, we lost that potential there. FCC, they spend boku money pan dirty business. The fuel, the labor, the vehicle maintenance, the spare parts, the night operations, the illegal dump site clearing where we get for the do every now and then. All that boku money. I'm not gonna say we're not gonna spend anything, but we're going to reduce some. If Freetonians then do the right thing. Because we not gonna get for go clear illegal dump sites. We not gonna get for sweep as many streets and spend as long. So if we reduce that money we spend now on dirty business, we go able put some on development. We all want for improving municipal schools. We want improve the markets them. We want for let we see new developments at the city. That money we use for dirty business. You and while we all make up with mind. Pay.
I think currently I have a thing for Vicky Remo.
Hello viewers, we don't bring different content then to you and we know the tire for make the content then where you like. And now we dey bring fun and shorts with Adri. This na game show also your favorite celebrity, social media influencers, students and other people play game they like, truth and shorts, charades, riddles and other game then where you self go learn from. This content will come to you every Sunday, 9 o'clock na net. Now all the Liberty Online TV social media platforms then.
She chose number one. She's always number one.
Period.
On top.
Period. On top.
Yeah, man.
So not miss out. Join me for laugh with your favorite celebrity and social media influencers then.
A nation forged in resilience from the ashes of the 11 years brutal civil war through the shadows of Ebola, COVID-19 and the mudslide. Sierra Leone rises, but the journey is far from over. Governance strain. Youth demand more. Women demand more. 60% in poverty. But what if the solutions lie not in silence, but in dialogue? This is not another talk show. This is State of the Nation, where every voice feels change. From Freetown to Kono, we are turning debate into action. No script, no spin, just Sierra Leoneans rewriting their future together. So we bring you a movement not just to speak, but to be heard. Speak out. Hold power to account. This is your nation. This is your voice. This is State of the Nation. Only on Liberty TV on Facebook, YouTube, and on www.libertytvonline.com. Every month, the last Sunday, 7 to 9 p.m. Tune in. The nation is watching.
So, una wey dey watch me, this na quick message on the mpox sick na salon wey dey comot from Liberty Online TV. As of today, the case dem na salon just dey go up. For make sure say you no get this sick, National Public Health Agency don say before wash we and all thing, avoid boku shakan and all, and no go near person wey get the signs dem of mpox. And sef, if you sabi anybody wey get eye fever or rash and body, make im rush go na hospital one time. This message dey come to you from Liberty Online TV.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.